The Colts tried to come back against the Rams. They fell just a bit shy and also fell to 0-2. The Rams are now 39-0, excuse me, under Sean McVay when leading at halftime, including the postseason. They're 2-0 for the fourth straight season. Before the stretch, they've now been 2-0 since 2001 season. Cooper Kupp, 9 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 27-24 victory for the Rams. Maybe most importantly, Carson Wentz suffered an ankle injury that kept him from returning. Frank Reich said it stiffened up and that he wasn't able to come back out there, which is an ominous sign for the Colts' future.
It's also ominous for the Eagles getting that first-round pick. Not a dunk, but just a reality of him not playing.
Yeah, it is true, yeah.
A lot of things happened. Last week, in week 1, Carson Wentz played pretty well, and he just got beaten to death because the offensive line wasn't very good. But we saw a lot of the same things from Carson in week 2 that we saw throughout his Eagles career, in that he likes to hold the ball. He tries to make plays. He sometimes makes poor decisions, a la Patrick Mahomes, in terms of like throwing the ball over his head. He did that a couple times. He threw an interception on a shovel pass. I mean, that can't happen down in the red zone or anywhere, frankly.
I'm sure I've seen it before, but I don't remember seeing it.
An interception on a shovel pass?
Yeah.
Or shovel pass, right, yeah.
No, I've seen shovel pass before.
Right.
An interception on a shovel pass. Like the whole point of the shovel pass is that you don't turn the ball over because it's a pass, not a handoff, and it can't be a fumble.
So I feel like he's still stuck in the rut of having to do too much because he thinks that there aren't people around him to help carry the load. And I'm sure Frank Reich has tried to coach that out of him. It's just me speculating. I don't know, but it feels similar to Philadelphia. And then, of course, he got hurt. Jacob Eason comes in, immediately throws an interception when they're down and trying to mount a comeback, and then the wheels sort of fall off.
Well, and that's the crazy thing, is that if Carson Wentz would just trust Frank Reich and trust this system, the Colts probably could have been up like 27-10 at halftime. I mean, you're looking at 2 of their first 3 possessions both got inside the Rams' 3-yard line, and they came away with 0 points. If you get inside the other team's 3-yard line, that's a guaranteed field goal at the minimum, but you shouldn't be going for a field goal. You should be going for a touchdown. But they got 0 points both times. They got stopped on a goal line stand on their first possession. They got first and goal from the 1-yard line, had 4 straight plays from the 1, did not score, and then the Rams got the ball, scored a touchdown. Now you're down 7-0. Second possession, they go get a field goal, 7-3. And then the third possession, the Colts drive right back down the field, get to the 3-yard line, and you're thinking there's no way they can get this far and not score again. And then boom, you get the shovel pass interception that Ryan was talking about. So instead of getting maybe 2 touchdowns, you're down 7-3, and you're kicking yourself because you have no idea how that happened. And so I thought that was the difference in the game, was that the Colts came away with 0 points on 2 possessions inside the 3-yard line. And the Rams almost gave the game away in the second half after they kind of took more control when they had that crazy special teams mistake where the long snapper snapped it off the punt protector, and then the ball rolled in the end zone. The Colts picked it up. And then that gave Indy a 21-17 lead, almost led to Sean McVay's first loss after having a halftime lead. But then Matthew Stafford led the comeback and the Rams won. So I thought the Colts dominated the first half, but didn't take advantage of it. And then the Rams just.
Well, and so the play where Wentz was hurt, I believe it was a 3rd and 5, which is the next to last play of the drive. And then the Colts kicked a field goal to make it 24-all. You could see Wentz when he went to the sideline and he's talking to the trainers. His head is in his hands, and he knows. You just seemed like he either knew that he wasn't going back in this game, or that this is going to be something that lingers for a little bit. That should be extremely concerning, I believe.
I will say this: one of the overall sort of takeaways this week and last week, actually, defenses aren't very good. Like the Rams weren't stopping anybody. Like they're chock full of Hall of Famers and first-round talents, and the Colts
losing Troy Hill and Josh Johnson, I think, is hurting them right now.
Yeah, but you have Aaron Donald, you have Jalen Ramsey, you had an
no, I'm saying they have a stars and scrimmage roster, but you can. And by the way, I think it was Aaron Donald who sacked Wentz, or almost. He got the throwaway and it was short, but he pulled him down on the play. He got hurt.
Yeah, but my overarching point remains like no defenses are really shutting people down.
Correct.
And what's most important in today's NFL more than anything is having a franchise quarterback.
Agreed completely.
And now they don't have one, and Jacob Eason might be their starter playing.
If Jacob Eason, if Carson Wentz is out for the year, all of a sudden that the bet I made the bet. I think we talked about the podcast, but I bet the Colts have the worst record in football.
If Carson Wentz is just out like 3 to 5 weeks, you have a shot at that.
Yeah.
No, stop it. Stop.
Why?
An outside shot.
Did they play in the same division as the Houston Jaguars? They play in the same division as the Houston Jaguars. And
Well, the Houston
Jacksonville.
Texans have one, and the Houston Texans have one
Texans.
more win than the Colts.
Would you rather be the Jacksonville Texans or the Houston Jaguars?
I mean, being called the Texans in Florida would be a little weird, so probably the Houston Jaguars.
I'd rather live in Houston than.
Oh wow,
Those
you
are
got
fighting
family in
words.
Jacksonville.
Jeez,
How about
Brinson.
Yeah, I'd have to see my family if it was.
Jacksonville's
Family
already
in
got
person.
enough hanging over their head right now. Why do you got to say stuff like that?
So I got the Colts at. I got the Colts at 25-1 for the worst record in football.
Yeah, what a jerk.
It's like just like rooting against Carson Wentz. Not for him to get hurt, obviously. The